How you all doing from Lindsay, Ontario? As you can see, I'm standing on a huge construction mound because the fairgrounds down that way, this new road, what they did is where the old fair used to be, you can see in front of me that flat spot, they graded it, man. They came in here and lifted about 1.5 foot of soil. The people are telling me, the caretaker of the building next door, Brian, told me. So, you know, and he said since that happened 4 weeks ago, I didn't even know. You've seen my video earlier this year in June, July. I found some silver down on that flat spot, but if they took 1 foot of that soil and put it right here where I'm standing, all this stuff where the grass has grown up since they piled it, that's where I want to search. So anyway, I said I'm coming up here where they took all this grass in clumps. You can see it. It's just clumps. And all this grass clumps like that down here. And on this hillside, right over here, there's my probe. Where did this thing go? Hold on a second. Oh, here. Right in the side of this hill, where my probe is sitting, I see my first silver. Okay. And that is silver dime, Canada. Look at that. Isn't that wonderful? And that's, oh, there's King George with the mohawk. Look at this guy. It looks like he's got a mohawk. Mohawk George, they call him. Looks like a 49. Hey man, I'll take it. We're going to continue hunting this old construction site, and we're going to hunt all over where they loaded this dirt up here and hope we find more. They did all our work. They brought it up for me. So we'll talk to you. We haven't moved very far. On this hill, you can see I was just back there. I've just barely been coming over this little hill pile, and I'm going to keep going through it. There's got to be more. American 25 cents, 1969. Needed to be just a bit older. Bye for now. There's the hole, and you know who. We're sitting still on the side of this hill. I'm trying to work it. Boy, she's amazing how many old lamp bulb, you know, the old bottom part of a bulb I'm finding. But there's a wheat back. So let's find out what year it is. Hold on a minute here now. Okay, I see it now. I don't know if you can see that. Looks like 1944. Anyway, wheat back to go with that silver. Here, the dirty old scraped up dirt off of this field they scraped up right down there. You see it coming up, so I'm trying to stay near where they started pushing it up. We'll see what happens. So a silver and a wheatie. We're going to keep going with this mound. Nothing special, but nevertheless. King George penny. Don't know what year. Looks like 1940. Looks like 1940. So they're still coming up. We'll get back to you. Right at the base where they graded all this ground. So we're still trying right close to it. Lindsay Fairgrounds. It's raining. I want to get out there and walk by that sidewalk and get back on that mound, and it wasn't raining when I left, and now it is, but I think I got my raincoat, so I guess the guy could stand a little bit, eh? They went and graded that field. They said there was guys here, 3 people for like 3 days, metal detecting that lot after they graded it. You remember before there was just this one mound. Now you can see it's all fresh dirt on top. They've added to it, and all that pile there around it is what they pushed up from the sidewalk. There's the sidewalk over there, and they took it from up there and pushed it all the way back and made, now there's a second mound that kind of goes around the first one. You see, that was never there before. So I found 1 dime there when I was just kind of poking around there, but I decided not to come back with Bruno because there's broken glass everywhere. I even found the tops off a couple of old cork tops, so they've got down deep enough to get that century-old bottles up. There might be something down there. So again, we're going to try and poke out there for a little while. No reason letting a little rain stop you, eh guys? Hey guys, Locodigger, how you doing today? You know, I told you I was in the car and it was raining. There's that mound of dirt. I figured I would just come over here And I said I'm going to walk the perimeter. I even told my wife I want to walk right along the edge of the sidewalk. And you can see the rain has just stopped, so I went to get the camera. You can see how soft the ground is from where the footsteps go there, eh? Coming down here. Like everywhere I step it just sinks down, but it's being worth it. I just got an 82 signal that was showing 1 inch. Now, 1 inch is pretty close. So see where my stuff is? I went right to the sidewalk. There's my stuff. Right by the road. And I started right there in the corner. So you can see where the corner of the fence is. I walked from the car back along that fence edge, right along it. And I just got a Lincoln wheat and something else. So the car is there. I'm crossing this field. You can see they graded it. The grass is already growing up, but this grass was over my knees. I was just able to take a little patch in the middle that the trucks had driven on. So anyway, let's get over to this 82 they graded, right? So I did along that fence line, and now I'm really staying close to the sidewalk. Basically, I don't want to be in the rough. You can see, look at how thick the roots are there. Okay, there's my stuff. But I came from along that fence line here. You can see there used to be a fence here. They've removed the fence that surrounds this whole place. And I decided not to bring Bruno because, you know, I don't want him to be that close to the road. Not that he won't listen, but he likes to dig, and there's lots of broken glass everywhere. Anyway, speaking of broken glass, see, I can't have him with his paws down in that soil. But this is too long to do right now. They got to trim it back. They'll probably redo everything right up to the sidewalk. I'm hoping if they lift this sidewalk, I'm getting to try and do all this medium. Okay? And Swiper, you were doing this. You said go where no people have gone before. Well, here's the fence line. So you couldn't really do the fence line before. And here's the cut mark. You can see where they dug into the bank and dug it out. And here's my, where did it go? Oh, I covered it up with my glove because I had to go back to the car. I didn't want anybody to walk by and just see something there. So as you can see, it came right out there. I don't know if my macro's on. Okay, there we go. So let's get this thing out of the ground. Yeah, the macro was on. It's definitely a silver quarter. I've been out on the ground now, whew, not that long. It's got King George on the back. So from 1936 and onwards. Date should be right there behind his antler. And there it is. It's a 1950. Hold on, I'll put it down on the ground. There you go, 1950, see that? And you can hear the traffic. I mean, the cars are right here, literally on the sidewalk wall. So I'm gonna keep working this edge. If there's one silver here, there's gotta be more. Beautiful 1950, 25 cents in that little hole right there. As I said, it was pretty much marking on the surface. And there's your buddy King George. You're looking pretty good, actually. That's not bad looking. 1950 silver quarter. First good signal of the day, other than a memorial I just got. So we'll get back to you. I'll keep the camera out now. It stopped raining. There's that mound again. Cars parked behind it. You can see that extra little mound they've pushed up all around it. So that's this field that they scraped off. Bye for now.